Think of,
I don't know.
This doesn't
I
sound to
have
me
no
like
idea,
language.
guys.
Reviews, reaction, satisfaction.
So can I recognize different languages coming from India? That's going to be the test today. Somebody recommended this video and it is called, Can Americans Identify These Indian Languages? All right, I have no idea. I did have somebody watch this prior to me watching it so they could tell me where to hit the brakes, do the brakes so I could put my blindfold on. Because I am going to be wearing a blindfold during the portions of when they're speaking to see if I can recognize the languages. So anyway, that's what we're going to be doing today. Let's get this started. Namaste, hello, vanakkam, and let's try this out. I have no idea what's going to happen. But anyway, if you're new here, my name is Ken. I am like the dad, the oppa, the papa of this channel. And all my subscribers are my family members. So consider subscribing, join the family. This is a lot of fun. All right, can I recognize some Indian languages? Let's give it a try. Here we go.
That was very beautiful.
Wow.
And I understood maybe a hair of it.
I understood 0% of that.
Oh boy. If they can't understand
Hi,
it.
I'm Suzie.
Hi, I'm Jenny.
And today we're going to be identifying Indian languages.
This might be really embarrassing, but we'll see.
I don't know that I'm going to do that well.
Yeah.
Just because there's so many
there's
languages.
a lot.
There's so many. There's 22, I think, official languages.
So I'm Indian and Filipino, and I grew up speaking English. My mom speaks Ilonggo and Tagalog, and my dad speaks Hindi, but mostly Gujarati.
That's 4 languages.
I know, and I didn't get to learn any
So
of them.
she's
just
half
basic
Indian.
words.
My parents are from Uttar Pradesh, and they taught me Hindi and English growing up.
Okay.
All right, I guess let's bring person number 1 in.
Yeah.
Well,
I think this is where I'm
Give it
supposed
a
to go.
try.
I don't want to
Blindfold
offend
on.
anyone.
All right, so
I don't
we're
have
going
a
to
blindfold,
blindfold
so I'm doing
ourselves
this.
to heighten our senses.
Oh, I'm so anxious already.
All right, here we go. I can still hear. Got my headphones.
Hi, na
Hello.
పేరు
Hello.
Sumana.
Ooh. That's very pretty.
Thanks.
Can you say more things?
రెండేళ్ళప్పుడు అమెరికాకి వచ్చినాను ఇంట్లో అమ్మ నాన్న ఇద్దరు ఈ భాష మాట్లాడినారు అందుకని నాకు కూడా
Ooh,
వచ్చు
it
ఈ
sounds-
భాషని బ్రిటిష్ వాళ్ళు
Definitely sounds
Italian
South
of
Indian.
the East antaru.
It's not
It
Tamil.
sounds really nice.
It's not Tamil.
And I really wish I could understand
Canada.
better.
Canada?
Also, she has a great voice, so
So soothing, honestly.
yeah, very soothing voice. It's definitely not.
How do I pause
Gujarati.
this? Where's my button?
And I don't think it's Hindi, so that narrows down not very much.
Okay, I hit pause. I think I hit pause. I don't know. I hit the space bar to hit pause. Let me cover up the screen so I can't see it. Okay, before we move on the video, I think, gosh, you didn't say too much. It's definitely not Tamil though, because I would recognize Tamil a little bit. I think there was hints of Tamil in there. I feel like there was, sounded similar. I don't think it was Malayalam. Those are the two I would recognize the most, I think. I'm gonna go with Canada. I don't know. All right, let's see. I think I can take my blindfolds off. Okay, so let's see.
So I have friends who speak Kannada,
Oh,
and I don't want to say it sounds similar if this is not similar at all.
కన్నడ పక్క స్టేట్లో మాట్లాడతారు
I didn't understand any of that. God damn it.
Bengali.
wait,
I'll
Canada's
also go
in
with
the
Bengali.
neighboring state, so it's got to be.
Absolutely
gotta be-
nothing.
She said.
Kidding.
she said
Telugu?
yeah, she said
Telugu?
state. So, and that doesn't really help.
so the language I was speaking was Telugu.
Damn it! I thought maybe.
Yep.
Okay,
I have friends from
wasn't
South
great,
India,
but
Okay.
and they do speak Kannada, and it does sound kind of similar. Is there any sort of like overlapping
So
similarity?
the 4 languages in South India that are primarily spoken, Kannada, Telugu, Tamil, and Malayalam.
Okay.
And they are all in like 4 states around there. I lived in India for a couple of years, and when you go to school there, they like force you to learn 3 languages pretty like fluently. But right now, I would say I'm only like confident in English and Telugu. So one way to say goodbye in
Wow.
Telugu is velosta, which means like I'll see
Velosta.
you again later.
Velosta.
Okay.
Yeah.
Velosta.
Or
Velosta.
velostam, which means we'll come back. Like we'll see you again later.
Velosta.
Velosta. Yeah.
All right, I think this is where I'm supposed to pause it because I have a little timeline written down here on my notes. Like, okay, at this point, hit pause so you can put your blindfold back on so you don't see. Because I guess on the screen they're gonna put what the languages are. So I don't want to mess that up. So let's put my blindfold back on. There's got to be a better way for me to do this, but we're just gonna do it this way. So deal with it. All right, here we go. Blindfold back on. Let me see if I can find my space bar button. There we go. All right, got it. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
हाय
Hi.
इंडिया में 44% लोग इस भाषा में बात करते हैं और ज़्यादातर लोग नॉर्थ इंडिया में इस भाषा में बात करते
That
हैं मेरे
sounds-
घर में हम हिंदी में बहुत सारी बातें करते
I was
हैं
gonna
मेरे
say,
पापा के
she's a
साथ
Hindi. That
मैं
sounds
हिंदी में
Hindi.
बात करती हूँ और मेरी माँ बंगाली है तो उनके साथ
lot of Hindi
मैं
speakers here in
बंगाली में बात
California.
करती हूँ
Oh,
और
दोनों languages पता है आपको.
जी
This is Hindi.
Yep.
G.
Swasti is responding. And she said she could speak Hindi, so I'm gonna go with that.
Hello.
exciting you got it
Let me take
Got it. We got one.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Perfect.
Hindi. I got
Perfect.
it.
We love to see it. A lot of our family still lives back in India, so we don't have a ton of family who lives in the U.S. And so we feel FOMO with all of our other family members always hanging out. So I always go back to see like my cousins and my grandparents. And it's super fun. And so I think my Hindi is definitely like improved because growing up I just went a ton.
You were saying like the bigger words, you know, because like I speak conversationally. But
Yeah.
you had like obviously a much more rooted sense of Hindi than I do.
Aw, it was my mom in my Uber this morning where I was like, Mom, how do I say like national government? How do I say like 44? And she was like, okay, now calm down. Like, you're gonna be fine. So I don't actually speak like this great. So shout out to my mom.
How do you say nice to meet you in Hindi?
आपको मिलके खुशी हुई.
Apkar milkwe kushwe.
Close enough. Bye. It was nice to meet
so
you
nice to
guys.
meet
So nice
you.
to meet you.
Okay, I think gotta hit pause here. Hold on, gotta hit pause here. All right, next one up. All right, blindfold on. This is so weird. You're like watching a guy wearing a blindfold on YouTube. This is so weird. Okay, let me find the button. I think I got it. Got it. All right, here we go. This is some music.
Hi.
Hello, hello. How are you? You can't see me,
Thanks.
but I can hear you.
Good. আমার নাম আরাবি আমি ঢাকায় জন্ম হয়েছি আমি এখন লস অ্যাঞ্জেলেসে থাকি আমি 22 বছর আর লাস্ট ইয়ার গত বছর আমি ইউসি বার্কলি থেকে গ্র্যাজুয়েট করছি
That was very beautiful.
Wow.
And I
Amazing.
understood maybe a hair of it.
I understood 0% of that.
Oof.
আমি তো আমেরিকা জন্ম হই নাই তো যেখানে
It's
আমি বড়
definitely
হয়েছি,
north.
ওখানে সবাই ভাষায় কথা বলে আর এখন আমি বলতে
Definitely
পারি
north.
বাট বেশি ভালো করে বলতে পারি না
It's not
তো আমার
Punjabi.
মেইন যে ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজ আমি এখন কথা বলি যে ভাষায় কথা বলি ইংলিশ
You know what's weird? I understand some
It
of
sounds
this.
kind of like
Oh,
Hindi
yeah?
to me.
There's
Still.
a bit of it, and I feel like
What do you understand?
I'm understanding Pasha is
Okay.
language. Someone was 8. Your little brother Chota Bai, that overlaps a little with
Yeah.
Hindi. Urdu is something I think of,
I don't
but
know.
this doesn't
I
sound
have
to me
no
like
idea,
Urdu.
guys.
But I could be wrong because like what?
I'm just gonna take my mask off now because I got no idea. I didn't even have a guess. I have no idea. I just know
But
north.
also, you said that the place
see.
where it's spoken has an overlap with the name itself of the language. Is what. So that's why I'm like, maybe this is Bengali.
Bang-
Yeah, let's go with that.
Hello.
Hello.
This is definitely Bengali, so you
Oh,
got it.
okay.
Yay!
I did
Yeah.
not realize there was like an overlap with Hindi.
Oh my gosh, it's very.
I was
very
gonna say, it
similar. I grew up
sounded a lot
speaking
like
both
Hindi,
because
right?
They're so
Okay.
close.
I
I couldn't
thought I
say
was
grew
going
up in
crazy there.
Bangladesh
I
because
was
that
like-
would have given it away. Yeah, and then it's speaking in West Bengal, which I also could not say
Right.
because that would
Right.
have given it away.
Do you know whether they both maybe came from Sanskrit or something?
Yes, they're.
Okay.
I think most of those Indian languages are derived from
Right.
Sanskrit. That's why they sound so familiar.
Sanskrit is an ancient
Interesting.
language, and a lot of languages were pulled from it. Basically, it was the base language that was spoken many, many, many years ago. And like, there's some people who still speak it, but not so much anymore. It's been parsed out through different languages.
It's supposed to be like one of the most beautiful languages, and I would if I could like figure out how to read it or learn anything about it, I would. Like one word can mean like a whole paragraph of meaning, which is so incredible.
Yeah, that's the cool thing
So
about
most people will just say goodbye,
Stuff like
but
that.
if you want to do it the
my
traditional
son is here.
way, people will say
Close that door.
salam. It means God, peace be upon you, or like God be
scared me.
with you in Arabic, because a lot of people in Bangladesh are Muslim, and so that's what we say. We say salam. All right, it was
Yeah.
great meeting you guys.
Nice meeting you.
Salam.
Aujo.
Right.
Bye.
That was dope.
Sorry about that. My son interrupted. He scared me. I was like, all of a sudden I looked over here and I could see somebody behind me in the camera. I went, oh, holy smokes, somebody's behind me. Anyway, I love that kid. He's a cutie. All right, let's just finish this video. I think there's about a minute left. They're going to discuss, I think, their experiences doing this, and then I'll discuss my experiences doing this. So let's finish up this video. By the way, this is on BuzzFeed video. I will leave a link down in the description. All right, here we go.
Experience.
Really cool. Very challenging.
Usually I would have been like, oh, maybe this is Kannada, maybe this is Tamil, maybe this is Telugu, and I only did one of those guesses, and then I freaked out.
We got 2 out of 3 though, so that's not too bad.
Yeah,
No,
they did
it's
pretty
not
good.
shabby. It's not shabby.
I was pretty
learned
close,
that
too.
Bengali and Hindi have an overlap.
I thought it was really interesting that there's a lot of Arabic intertwined in that language too, so I didn't know that.
It was like borderline ASMR because they all spoke so eloquently, and so it was so calming.
A lot of people don't really know that there are so many different languages in India, so it is really fascinating to be able to hear some of the ones that I actually have never heard.
I can't necessarily tell them all apart, but they all sound great.
Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. So let me get into my thoughts. How did you guys think I did? I thought I did pretty darn well. The first one obviously was the most tricky for me. I knew it wasn't Tamil. I knew that. I felt like it wasn't Malayalam. I just like, I don't think that's Malayalam, because those are the 2 languages from India, and of course Hindi, because I hear a lot of Hindi here in the United States. But those were the 2, Malayalam and Tamil, that I felt more comfortable with because I watched films with them. I watched more stuff with that. And so I was like, I don't think it's that. But I did a pretty good guess, right? I mean, Telugu, I don't watch too much Telugu. And I definitely don't watch too much Kannada or Kannada. I don't know how it's not Kannada. It's Kannada, I think. I thought I did pretty well. The last one, Bengali, I felt like, man, it just sounds like Hindi to me. So anyway, we'll say I got 1 out of 3, but I was close. 1 out of 3 ain't too bad, ain't too shabby, right, guys? All right. Leave your comments down below what you think, how I did on this. Just leave your comments. Why not? Just a lot of fun. Again, I apologize for it. Just seems so weird with having nothing behind me. I normally have my whole studio here and I've got all the backdrop and everything. It feels so weird. But again, I'm in the middle of moving. Just deal with it. All right. So anyway, now what we're going to do is we're going to get to our quotes of the day. We end every single video with a quote of the day, something to inspire you guys, something to encourage you guys, something to just lift your spirits up for the day, right? So here is today's quote of the day. I kind of like this quote because a lot of the times life is like this. Okay, so here it goes. I may not have gone where I intended to go, but I think I have ended up where I was intended to be. All right. Sometimes where we think we want to go and what we're supposed to be doing actually is something different. It's a whole different thing. Like we think we get like, this is what I want in life, right? And then all of a sudden we kind of end up in a different path, but that's where you were intended to be, Because I don't think I ever intended to be right here, what we're doing with you guys here at Dad's Den. That wasn't something I ever thought we would be doing. But here I am, and here we are, right? So anyway, that is a quote of the day. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys liked today's video, by the way. And click on one of these 2 videos over here. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.